Hello and welcome back to Trash Plays Marvel Champions. Today I am giving Taunt a try, and the only character that I can really see Taunt working on is Peter Parker's Spider-Man, because every time the villain attacks, he gets to draw a card. So other than that, I think Taunt is a terrible value proposition, but I want to give it a fair shake. So we are playing Peter Parker Spider-Man in defense, in protection, and we're playing against Spider-Woman, because that's the last PvE boss I have not faced, at least in the Civil War box. I know that there's more PvE villains in Synthezoid Smackdown or something like that. So yeah, let's give this a shot. So I don't need to stop hitting yourself yet. I don't need preservation, I'm at full health, and I'm not going to use Swinging Web Kick because I want to build up. So I'm going to mulligan these 3 cards and draw back my hand of 3. Webbed Up I don't need to use because I want them to attack me, so I'm going to use Webbed Up. Ooh, I actually really want to keep the rest of this. Oh, right, so Spider-Woman. She's basically exactly the same startup as Iron Man, which is weird. Because every side has 3 or 4, I think it's 3 main schemes for each stage. And for some reason, they decided to use the same stage for both of the pre-built villain decks. So, I don't know why they did that. Open Rebellion. If there is more than one player in this team, this stage gets hindered too. And Force Interrupt. When a player reveals a treachery, place 1 threat here, limit once per phase per player. And for Spider-Woman, this actually makes sense, unlike Iron Man. Spider-Woman has Finesse setup, max 3 skill counters here. Force Interrupt. When a treachery is revealed, place 1 skill counter here. So basically she really wants to reveal treacheries, which makes sense to pair with the Open Rebellion, as opposed to Tony Stark, who doesn't have anything like that. Self-Propelled Glide is her signature side scheme or whatever. Force Interrupt. When Spider-Woman would take damage from an attack, reduce that amount of damage by 1 for each skill counter on Finesse. So Finesse is basically just powering her up in general, and it gives her this gives her a acceleration icon, 3 per person threat, which is really bad against Peter Parker because he only has 1 torch, and his door defense sucks. And Spider-Woman is a 1/2 Avenger. Set up, the enemy team finds Finesse and attaches it to Spider-Woman. And Force Interrupt. When Spider-Woman attacks, she gets +1 attack for each skill counter on Finesse for this attack. Remove each skill counter from Finesse. And it occurs to me that I can sort of play around this by using Taunt. This was not intended, but I can use Taunt to make her get rid of her tokens when she attacks me if I have backflip or something, and I'll just take 0 damage. So that's... I mean, Peter Parker is pretty strong anyways. Even, like, no matter how you build him, he's pretty strong. I don't need Webbed Up. I don't think I'm going to play Black Cat, so I'm going to use both of these, plus Peter Parker's resource. Scientist generates a mental resource limit once per round to pay for Helicarrier. Helicarrier is going to pay for Aunt May. And I'm going to use Backflip to pay for the Web Shooter. This comes into play with 3 counters, and this is... Hero Resource, Exhaust Web Shooter, remove 1 web counter from it to generate a wild resource. I'm going to flip over to Peter Parker's Spider-Man. And let's thwart 1 from the Self-Propelled Glide, I guess. Because that's all I can do when it comes to thwarting. His thwart sucks. So, end of turn, I draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open Rebellion is going to get 2. 1 from the Self-Propelled Glide. Spider-Woman is going to attack for 2. I have defense events now, so I should probably look at my hand. I guess I really want to thwart that Self-Propelled Glide, so I'm going to thwart using Ready for a Fight, just in case a bad treachery comes out. So I'm going to use... I can do this all day to defend without exhausting, and because Spider-Man has Spider Sense, whenever the villain initiates an attack against you, I get to draw a card. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, Defensive Conditioning. I'm playing Defensive Conditioning. That's going to be the first thing I'm playing, never mind. So Spider-Woman is attacking for 2, plus 1, that's 3, and I take no damage because I have 3, and then they reveal Spider-Man. Hey, here we go, Minion, 2/2, Avenger Elite. Oh, Spider-Woman's deck, encounter deck, for some reason, came with all the cool minions, with Spider-Man, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, like, Cloak and Dagger. She gets all the cool minions, whereas everyone else gets these people I've never heard of. So Spider-Man, 2/2, 4. When revealed, Spider-Man attacks each character with a Tangled Up attachment. If no attack was made this way, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Tangled Up and gives it to you as a face-down encounter card. Okay, wait, face-down encounter card. So doesn't this just now get revealed? Why not just say reveal it? Because this is being revealed during the flip-up phase. That's weird. Tangled Up. attachment. Attached to your leader, otherwise attached to your hero. Force interrupt. When the attached character would scheme, thwart, or attack. Scheme, thwart, or attack. Discard instead. Huh. This is better than his actual Tangled Up card. Because Tangled Up only stops you from... Oh, no, well, Tangled Up also stuns you afterwards. This does not stun you afterwards. But this also stops you from scheming or thwarting. Interesting. Alright, well, it's still to me as a face-down encounter card, but then we're still in the reveal phase, so I think this just gets revealed and it gets attached to me. My turn, I'm going to use... I suppose I should... use a taunt to draw some cards. I guess I'll use Helicarrier to taunt. So now... Spiderwoman's gonna attack me. I still want to thwart that self-propelled glide, so I guess I'm just not going to block this one. But she attacks me, and I get to draw a card from my Spider Sense. And then... I'm not blocking. This Tangled Up does not stop me from doing anything regarding that. Yeah, this does not stop me from doing anything. So she attacks for 2, plus that's 4 damage. And then, at the end of this attack, I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3... Energy Shield, Taunt, and I can do this all day. Okay, Energy Shield on Spider-Man. I guess I'll use another Taunt. Might as well. So she's attacking me, I get to draw a card. I will... Web Shooter should be exhausted from that, so I guess I will use a Enhanced Spider Sense, because there's not going to be a Treachery being revealed, to play another I can do this all day. So now I'm blocking for 3. This does not stop me from blocking. So I'm blocking for 3. She's boosting, so total of 3 plus star. This gains 1 boost for each status card on my identity, so that's 0, so I take 0 damage, and now that that has resolved, I get to draw 3 cards. I have Not Today. I have Not Today, and this is not a thwart event. When your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for this attack. If you take no damage from that attack, remove 2 threats from a scheme. So now I can thwart the self-propelled glide by using another taunt. I will use a taunt for the Enhanced Spider Sense for another taunt. Spider-Woman is attacking, I get to draw a card. Now I get to exhaust Spider-Man to block, and I'm going to use Swinging Web Kick to pay for the Not Today. So I have 5 defense, and I can always use my Energy Shield to give me some more. So she's attacking not enough to get through me, so the Not Today is going to activate, removing 2 threats from a scheme, thwarting the self-propelled glide. So now I get to draw 3 more cards. Webbed up, armored vest, and ready for a fight. Okay. Well, I think the important one is the Avengers Mansion, so I'm going to use 4 for the Avengers Mansion, and I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And then I'm going to use these 2 cards to play for the defensive conditioning, and I'll get the armored vest later. So now I have 4 defense. And it is turn 2, and my deck is already smaller than my discard pile. That's interesting. So that's going to be the end of my turn. Everything on exhaust, and I draw back my hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not Today, Nick Fury, Web Shooter, I can do this all day, and Swinging Web Kick. So, Open Rebellion gets 1. Did they reveal Treachery? Was this a Treachery? Tangled Up is not a Treachery, Spider-Man is not a Treachery, okay. Tangled Up, it gets 1, Spider-Woman attacks. I'm going to use a Web Shooter to pay for I can do this all day, or not I can do this all day, I'm going to use, I can do this all day. To defend without blocking, so she's attacking for 2 plus star, stun your leader, otherwise you are stunned. And I will take no damage from that. And then Spider-Man attacks, I think I'll just block this, sure. So I'll take the no damage from blocking this, and then they reveal Shadows of the Past. Hey, I don't have my cancel card, unfortunately. Oh, when Spider-Woman attacks, I get to draw a card. I always forget about this. Every single time, I will forget about this. But Shadows of the Past activates. This has been a long time since it activated. The Highway Robbery comes into play, Vulture comes into play, and these 3 get shuffled into the encounter deck, and Vulture has Quick Strike, so he is attacking me right now, and I'm exhausted, unfortunately, so I am just going to have to take this 3 damage to the face. Highway Robbery also has, when revealed, each player places a random card from their hand face down here. So, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll roll the dice. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When defeated, return each face-down card here to its owner's hand, and it comes into play with 3 status tokens. and it has an acceleration icon. And because that was a treachery, main scheme is going to get 1, and finesse is also going to get 1. My turn. Swinging web kick to pay for a web shooter. Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Excelsior. I don't need Excelsior at the moment. I'm going to use Helicarrier and a web shooter to pay for Nick Fury with Ready for a Fight and the Excelsior. Nick Fury comes into play, and I'm going to have him deal... What is he going to do? Let's have him come into play and deal 4 damage to Vulture, killing Vulture. And then he's going to thwart 2 from Highway Robbery. And I think that's going to be the end of my turn. Unexhaust everything. And... Open Rebellion is going to get 1. I need to draw my hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Spider-Woman is going to attack me. Spider Sense is not a force response. I could choose to just not draw this last card. Because if I draw this card, they're going to get a face-down encounter card. And this is a bad time for me to get a face-down encounter card. I think I'm going to... Oh, how many backflips are in my thing? 1... 2... I think that's all my backflips. Well, I guess I could look at my hand first. 2 Spider Tracers, of course, and a Not Today. Stop hitting yourself. Okay. I think I will draw that card, and I'm gonna... That's a Stop Hitting Yourself. And I'm gonna give them a face-down encounter card because of this. Oh, Open Rebellion gets 1 more from the Highway Robbery. I don't know if I give it 1 or 2. But either way, Spider-Woman is attacking. Nick Fury is gonna block this. She's attacking for whatever. It doesn't matter. Nick Fury is now dead after my deck has been shuffled. And now Spider-Man is going to attack for 2, and I think I'm going to just take this. I would really like to use Spider-Man for... I would really like to thwart that Highway Robbery, so I'm going to take 2 more damage, and I'm up to 9 out of 13, because I have my defensive conditioning. And then they get a face-down card. The first face-down card is Advance, the Villain Schemes. Alright. I don't have anything to counter that, so she's going to scheme for 1... Oh! Spider-Woman attacked, so that got rid of the counter from Finesse. But now Advance is revealed, so that gives it +1 to Finesse, and then the Villain Scheme, so Open Rebellion gets 1, so that's going to advance to stage 2. When is this? When a player reveals a treachery. Okay, so this is not after. And then we get Neighborhood Protectors. When revealed, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard power for 1 minion for 1 side scheme, and deals 1 to each player as a face-down encounter card. That's not great. So this is going to be a 3-person thing, or 3 face-down card thing. I guess Neighborhood Hero is the worst one to give to me as a face-down card, simply because that's an Amplify icon, and it has more than 1 threat, so Spider-Man can't immediately thwart it. So yeah, this is dealt as a face-down card that comes after this one. This card is Eviction Notice, Obligation. I can switch to Peter Parker. I will switch to Peter Parker. And I can either exhaust Peter Parker to remove this card from the game, or I can discard 1 card at random from my hand. This card gains Surge, this card is Obligation. I don't really want to give this card Surge. I will exhaust Peter Parker. I don't need to manually recover him because Aunt May has me set. So I'm going to exhaust Peter Parker to remove this from the game. And then the third card, of course, is the Neighborhood Hero. This is a side scheme, comes into play with 2 counters, has an Amplify icon, and when revealed in competitive mode, otherwise place 2 threat here. So never mind, this comes into play with 4. Okay. Okay, this is pretty bad, because I need to attack twice to get rid of the stuns, so I can actually use my Stop Hitting Yourself to do stuff. First of all, Avengers Mansion, draw a card. That card is I can do this all day, doesn't help me right now. Going to use Aunt May to heal for 4. Spider Tracer attaches to a minion, but this does not say 1 per minion, so I think I'm going to use a Stop Hitting Yourself to pay for 1 Spider Tracer on Spider-Man, and a Web Shooter to pay for another 1 on Spider-Man, so that when he dies, I get to thwart a ton. But unfortunately, this is Spider-Man's only way of thwarting, aside from using his stat, and it's not a good way of thwarting. I would like to keep I can do this all day in my hand, so I guess I'm going to use... I'd like to keep Not Today in my hand as well. I really need to thwart that Neighborhood Hero. And unfortunately, I can't use Stop Hitting Yourself, because I'm stunned and tangled up. So I guess Helicarrier plus Stop Hitting Yourself and not... I'm gonna use up this last Web Shooter. to pay for the Quinn carrier. Oh wait, no, I can use Peter Parker's scientist ability because I'm in alter ego mode. So this should still have 1, and I will end it there after flipping back over to Peter Parker or to Spider-Man. So I'm still stunned. I'm not exhausted anymore. Draw back my hand of 5. Webbed up Excelsior, ready for a fight. Okay, this is not helping me. So, main scheme gets 1. This should be back down to 0, plus 1, 2 from the highway robbery. Spider-Woman attacks. I get to draw a card. And I am going to use... I can do this all day, paying for it with Preservation to defend without exhausting. So, Preservation heals me when I spend it for 1. So, I am blocking for 4. Finesse is giving her +1 attack, so that's 3 plus Star. If Dagger is in play, reveal Cloak. Otherwise, place 1 threat on a main scheme. Oh, I forgot I am 100% using Not Today, because this is a thwarting event. So I am also going to Not Today, giving me enough defense to not take this damage. So I can remove 2 from a threat. I am going to remove 2 from... What is the face down card here? That's a Not Today. I don't need that right now. I think I'm going to remove 2 from the neighborhood hero. Amplify sucks. Yeah, because I can just... I can't manually thwart because I'm tangled up. That's right. I need to get rid of that tangled up. So Spider-Man is attacking for 2. I am going to do nothing about that. I take 2 damage. And then we reveal... The defenders hinder 1, each minion gains guard. That's okay. I wasn't going to attack Spider-Woman anyways, so that comes into play with 3. And that's that's another acceleration icon. Jeez, alright. Let's Avengers Mansion draw a card. Swinging Web Kick, I can't use that. I could go Ready for a Fight. I guess I could go Webbed Up to pay for Ready for a Fight. And Swinging Web Kick to pay for Excelsior. So now I can flip over... and he manually heal 3, plus Aunt May will heal for 4, so that's 7 damage. I'm back down to 0 damage. The main scheme is pretty bad, but that's okay. I'm at 0 damage. Draw back my hand of 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Backflip. Okay. Stop hitting yourself. Ready for a fight. Swinging Web Kick. Okay. It is third turn. Neighborhood Protectors gets 3 because there's 2 acceleration icons. It's up to 6. Spider-Woman would scheme, but I'm going to discard my Ready for a Fight to... This is in the wrong graveyard. Flip back over to hero mode, and now she's going to attack me instead, so now I get to draw a card, and I am going to just use Backflip to not take this damage. Yeah, so she's attacking for 2 plus a boost of no star icon. I don't care what the damage is. Spider-Man attacks for 2. I will just take this. Nothing else happens here. Reveal card. That card is Containment Immunity. Attached to Spider-Woman. Force interrupt when Spider-Woman would be stunned or confused. Discard instead. Give her a tough status card. That's okay. Gives her +1 scheme. That's okay. I'm okay with this. Now, I finally have another Taunt, so I guess I'll play another Taunt. What do I want to play it with? I guess Enhanced Spider Sense, because a Treachery is not going to be revealed. So, Taunt. Spider-Woman is going to attack me, and I am going to get to draw a card first. There's another Taunt. Let's defend this. So she's attacking for 2, just 2, boosting for 2, so that's 4, and I have 4 defense, I take 0 damage, and now I get to draw 3 cards. I can do this all day, the Night Nurse and Enhanced Spider Sense. Oh, the Night Nurse is going to be... Okay, I'm going to use Enhanced Spider Sense to pay for the Night Nurse. This comes into play with 3 counters on it. And I'm going to use one of them right away. Exhaust the Night Nurse and remove 1 medical counter from here to heal 1 damage from your hero and discard 1 status card from it. So I can discard this Stunned. Let's Avengers Mansion. I completely forgot about that. Energy Shield I'm going to put on Spider-Woman. I only brought this Energy Shield to zen down my deck. Like, this is now permanently out of my deck and I don't have to worry about it. Let's Helicarrier to pay for another Taunt. Spider-Woman is gonna attack me. I get to draw a card. I can't do anything about this attack, so I will take 2 plus star boost. Attach this card to a minion engage with you. +1 attack and +1 scheme. Ew. +1 attack and +1 scheme on a minion engaged with me. So she's attacking for 2. I take 2 damage. And now I get to draw 3 more cards. I can do this all day, not today, webbed up. Okay. Let's finally play Black Cat. I'm going to use... Well, first off, I'm going to use a Ready for a Fight to pay for a Ready for a Fight because I can only have one of them. And I'll use a Swinging Web Kick to pay for Swinging Web Kick and Queen Carrier to play for Black Cat. Black Cat comes into play after you play Black Cat. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card of a printed mental resource discarded this way to your hand, and there is one of them, Armored Vest. Excellent. Webbed Up will pay for my Armored Vest, so now I have 5 defense. And then Black Cat is going to attack Spider-Man. I gotta start getting his health down, although it's gonna take a long time. And I think I kind of just want to keep my hand like this. I will discard Stop Hitting Yourself, and actually, you know what? I will flip over to Peter Parker, and I'll use Aunt May to heal for 4, so I'm back down to 0 damage. No, I can't do that. Wait. No, the main scheme's about to... Because there's 2 accelerations icons, and it's going to get 3, and it's already at 6. So Black Cat can't attack Spider-Man. Instead, Black Cat will scheme 1 from the main scheme, and I will flip over and use Aunt May to heal myself down to 0 damage. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Draw back up to 6. Unfortunately, my deck is now empty, so I need to give them another face down card and shuffle my deck. And a 6th card is another Swinging Web Kick. I don't need these right now, although I need to attack and friggin' get rid of this Tangled Up. So the main scheme gets 3, it's up to 8. Spiderwoman attacks. I have a, let's use an I Can Do This All Day using Helicarrier. Or not Helicarrier, I can't use Helicarrier. I'm going to use Queen Carrier. I Can Do This All Day to guard without blocking or without exhausting. And I'm going to use a Swinging Web Kick for the Not Today. So I get to draw a card from her attacking, and she reveals... she's boosting 2 plus... Yeah, just 2 plus 1. I'm not going to take any damage, so Not Today activates. I get to remove 2 threats from a scheme. That scheme is going to be... Neighborhood Hero. Wait, what's the card under Highway Robbery? It's a Not Today. No, you know what? Let's do Highway Robbery. So that's going to thwart out the Highway Robbery, and that means that when this is defeated, return each face-down card to its owner's hand, and that card is Not Today. That goes back into my hand. So then it is Spider-Man's turn to attack. Spider-Man is going to attack for 2. I am going to... Used up Ready for a Fight to do the thing. Flip back over to Peter Parker. And then Spider-Man is attacking me. I am going to defend... I don't have another I Can Do This All Day. I do. Let's use Swinging Web Kick to pay for another I Can Do This All Day. So I'm not exhausted. And use a Not Today to pay for a Not Today. So now I'm not going to take any of this damage, and I get to remove 2 from another scheme. That's going to be... Oh, this has Hinder 1. This should have 1 more icon. I only have Taunt in my hand. I'll remove 2 from the main scheme. Let's play it safe. So now we get a face-down card. The first face-down card is Light Force, Treachery. So the main scheme gets 1. And then Finesse also gets a counter. When revealed, heal 3 damage from the enemy leader. Take 3 indirect damage. Okay, so indirect damage means I have to spread it out between all my characters. So Spider-Man's going to take 2, and Black Cat is going to take 1. And that's going to kill Black Cat, unfortunately. The second card is Daredevil. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 3 HP. When revealed, the enemy team exhausted character you control. Spider-Man is now exhausted. And now I have to deal with Daredevil being here. Great. Let's Avengers Mansion, draw a card. There's a Webbed Up. I could play a Webbed Up, but that's not going to do anything for me. Alright, fine. Let's taunt. I'm going to use Helicarrier to taunt. Spider-Woman is going to attack me. She's attacking for 2, 3, plus Star. You are stunned, otherwise you are confused. I am now stunned. And so that's 3 damage. This counter goes away. But I get to draw a card from her attacking me, and I get to draw 3 cards from the taunt. There's another taunt. I could do another taunt. What's the worst that could happen? Let's use the Night Nurse first of all to heal 1 from me and remove this stunned. And then I will use Webbed Up to pay for taunt. Spider-Woman attacks me again. I get to draw a card, and I'm going to use a backflip to not take this damage. So she's attacking for 2 plus star. If Cloak is in play, reveal dagger. Not in play. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to a character you control, so I'm going to take 1 damage. Followed by the 2 damage from her attacking me. I'm at 7 damage, and now I get to draw 3 cards. Ready for a fight. Stop hitting yourself. Okay. Let's use Ready for a Fight to pay for Ready for a Fight. And then I'm going to use a Web Shooter to pay for Nick Fury using my next 3 cards. Nick Fury comes into play. I'm going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. That 4 damage is going to go to Spider-Man. Spider-Man is now dead. And that is going to activate both Spider Tracers. When the attached minion is defeated, remove 3 threats from a scheme. That's 3 threats twice. I'm going to do 1 time from the neighborhood hero, thwarting the neighborhood hero. And I'm going to do 1 time from the main scheme, bringing it back down to 4. And then I'm going to use Aunt May to heal myself for 4, and that's going to be the end of my turn. Draw back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip over and heal up to 4, and then it's third turn. Main scheme is going to get 2 Spider-Woman schemes, but then I'm going to use my Ready for a Fight to flip back over to Spider-Man, and she's going to attack me. I'm going to draw a card from her attacking me. And Nick Fury is going to block this. She's attacking for 1 plus star 1. That's okay. Nick Fury's dead. Oh, did I use Nick Fury to actually do anything last time? I don't think I did. I think Nick Fury's going to thwart for 2 as his thing that he would have done. So Nick Fury's dead. Daredevil is going to attack for 2, and I'm okay with that. No, I'm going to use Preservation to play I Can Do This All Day, so I'm going to block this without exhausting, and I'm going to heal 1 from using Preservation. And I'm going to exhaust my Quinn Carrier to exhaust my Excelsior. After your hero defends against an enemy attack, spend a energy resource. Quinn Carrier generates a wild, so I can use that as an energy. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. It doesn't have to be the attacking enemy. I'm going to choose 2 damage to... Yeah, you know what? Daredevil's fine. Reveal a card. That card is Tangled Up. Attached to your leader, otherwise attached to your hero. Do I have a... This is not a treachery. I can't do anything about that. That's so annoying. This is not 1 per thing. Let us Avengers Mansion to draw a card, and that's going to give them a face down card. And then I will... they're gonna do something to freaking exhaust me. I just know it. I'm gonna use Spider-Man to do something, I don't care what, and use that activation to get rid of a Tangled Up. And then I'm gonna use a Helicarrier to use Taunt. Enemy attacks me. She's attacking for whatever. I'm gonna use Backflip to not take that damage. So she's attacking me, I get to draw a card. And then she boosts for boost. This gets +1 for every on your identity. It doesn't matter. I take 0 damage, and now I get to draw 3 cards. Enhanced Spider Sense, not today. Spider Tracer. I guess I could put the Spider Tracer on Daredevil. So let's use Enhanced Spider Sense to pay for the Spider Tracer on Daredevil, and I'm just going to use 4 for a Webbed Up on Spider-Woman, and I'm going to keep the Not Today in my hand. So that's going to be the end of my turn. Main scheme gets 2. Spider-Woman tries to attack, but she has Webbed Up, so the Webbed Up goes away. And now she gets stunned, but she has Containment Immunity. When Spider-Woman would be stunned, confuse her whatever, discard instead, and give her Tough status card, so now she has Tough. Defenders doesn't do anything. Daredevil is now attacking me. I am going to block. And when I block, I'm going to use my Preservation to pay for Not Today. So Daredevil's not going to deal me any damage, and I am going to exhaust my Excelsior, and I'm going to pay for it with Quinn Carrier. Oh, wait a second. I don't have to exhaust Excelsior. I can do this every single time I guard. That's interesting. Huh. Alright. Well, I'm going to do that. Deal 2 damage to Daredevil. Daredevil is now dead. And Spider Tracer activates. I could remove 3 from a scheme. That's going to be 3 from here. And because of my Not Today, I get to remove 2 from another. Oh. This only had 2. I'm going to remove 2 from that one and 3 from the main scheme. Deal a face down card. First face down card is Assault. The villain attacks you. I don't have my thing to cancel that, so 1 gets put on Finesse, 1 gets put on the main scheme. Spider-Woman attacks me, and I have no way to deal with that, so she's attacking for 2, 3, boost, reveal this card. 3, and this goes away, and I take 3 damage. Second card is Jessica Jones. 2 scheme, 1 attack, 3 HP. When revealed, confuse your leader. Otherwise, you are confused. Guys, I have been playing for 45 minutes, and I somehow have not dealt a single point of damage to Spider-Woman. And there's like no board buildup I can possibly do to make myself any stronger. Avengers Mansion, draw a card, because I already have my board fully built up. Like, I don't see... This just doesn't work. Helicarrier pay for a taunt. Spider-Woman attacks me, I draw a card. She's attacking me and I can't do anything about it, so she's attacking for 2 plus 2, that's 4, I'm up to 9 damage. And now I get to draw 3 cards. I can do this all day, Black Cat and Taunt. Well, let's use a not today to pay for another web shooter. I'm going to use the web shooter immediately to pay for a ready for a fight, because this generates a wild resource. Use 2 for Black Cat. Yeah, I'll use 2 for Black Cat. Black Cat discards the top 2 cards of my deck, adds any mental resources to my hand, so I can do this all day. And I will keep those both in my hand. Black Cat is going to attack Jessica Jones for 1. And that's going to be the end of my turn. So the main scheme gets 1, because there's no more acceleration icon. I'm going to draw back up to my hand of 5. Black Cat is going to attack. I'm going to defend using Queen Carrier. I can do this all day. No, not Queen Carrier. Not Queen Carrier. I'm going to use a web shooter. For I can do this all day. And then I'm going to use Queen Carrier. After my hero defends against an attack, I mean, technically I have to wait for the attack to actually happen. So she's attacking 1 time. I get to draw 1 card. And I'm blocking for an insane amount. 5. So she's boosting for boost. You are stunned. Otherwise you are confused. Either way, I don't take the damage. The Excelsior that I already paid for is going to deal 2 damage to Jessica Jones, killing Jessica Jones. And then we reveal a card. That card is Protect the Innocent. Treachery. Main scheme gets 1. When revealed, give the enemy leader and each minion a tough status card. If the enemy was already tough, this card gains Surge. So this card gains Surge. That is sweeping. Swoop. The main scheme gets 1, and I have lost 2 threat. Sweeping Swoop. When revealed, stun your hero. If Vulture is in play, this card gains Surge. Alright. Man, I spent that entire game having tangled up on me. At least 1 tangled up on me. And I was constantly getting stunned or confused or exhausted or just... Yeah, I don't... See, defense works on Hulkling because he has like retaliate and armored defense. Like, Hulkling's great with defense. With protection, I mean. But like Spider-Man, this is all Spider-Man gets to build up for, and it's not even a built-up board. This is just like... these are just cards. These are just neutral cards. Spider-Man's actual board is just like Aunt May, some web shooters, and that's it. And then you just play a bunch of stuff. But it's like I can't play my stuff because I'm freaking tangled up in stuff. I guess I could have played that better if I just like focused on just getting rid of that tangled up and not worrying about the fact that it wouldn't do anything for me. So I could start doing stuff, but it didn't. Even if I did that, I'm like, this didn't go... I just don't see it. I don't know. Maybe there is something, a way you can play Protection Spider-Man, but I just don't see it. And I don't see Taunt either. I don't think it's worth it. Even with Spider-Man drawing you an extra card, it's not worth it. Well, now that that is over, I can go back to doing what I was meant to be doing since I started playing the Civil War box, which was getting aggression cards to play Hercules, so I can play Hercules in the aspect that he's obviously meant for, which is aggression. So I'm going to be doing that next time, and maybe I'll just go against Spider-Woman again. See if I can beat her using her... That's going to be so much tougher, because she's going to be able to stop me from attacking. I don't know, I'll figure it out next time. But next time, Hercules, aggression, his obvious aspect. Hopefully I'll see you there. Goodbye.